swing, swing, not today, swing, swing. Ah. Hi, Mama.
Hey everyone, Sabrina here. This would be my 30-week update. This week, I can definitely tell third trimester is upon me. Baby's been moving around a lot. I've actually had times where while I'm walking, my stomach will get hard. Not like they're like Braxton's, or maybe it's just the baby is moving a certain way while I'm walking, and then it's kind of, all of a sudden walking is like weird. But I can still walk everywhere, I can still do everything. Putting on socks is a little tricky. This last week has been a very wet week, which is strange. Normally August is not a very rainy season in my neck of the woods, but we've been getting rain, which is great. We've been needing it. My husband's looking at the alfalfa and thinking we might be able to do a third cut. Not sure. We kind of need the third cut. We got very little for second cut at all and have had to be buying hay, and hay is really expensive right now because everybody's dealing with drought. So there's that. We're hoping our corn is going to get enough moisture in order to develop the cobs a little better. My yard is green. It's amazing. I haven't had a green yard at all this year. It's been very brown. My daughter had her birthday party on Friday. We normally do her birthday in August, her birthday party in August, even though her birthday is actually quite a bit later. But she likes doing August because normally August is a good time because nobody's in school yet and we don't have rainy, wet weather, which that's what's been happening. So we were gonna do an outdoor movie night, and then when we looked at the forecast, there's supposed to be no rain in the forecast. The rain was supposed to be over early on in the week. Nope. A little later on, actually Friday they're expecting rain from 1 p.m. until like into the night. I'm like, we're not doing a rain date. We're not changing this again. So we made a little campground in our living room, and it was a lot of fun. The girls really enjoyed it. We did our movie night in the living room instead of doing an outdoor movie night, which would have been nice. We did have everything here for that. We've been receiving news from our government that I am not too thrilled with. So I've had a few meltdowns. I have just been incredibly sad this week. Just incredibly sad. Trying to be and remain upbeat for certain things and activities. I'm scared to give birth. I've always had a bit of a fear of giving birth. It's always been at the back of my mind because it's hard work, and I've always had generally good experiences. I hemorrhage. That's the one thing that is not good about my birth experiences, is that I hemorrhage. But I am afraid of this birth because I'm actually afraid to go to the hospital. I cannot have a home birth. I would love to have a home birth. I've heard so many wonderful stories about it, and especially with everything that's been going on in this last year and a half, I would love to just give birth to my baby at home. I would love that. I would love that, and have my kids nearby, sleep in my own bed. That would be ideal. Unfortunately, that is putting me at a very high risk. The baby would be perfectly fine. I'm the one at risk. And I am afraid that they're not going to let me into the hospital. I think that sounds probably absolutely ridiculous to everybody, but the problem is they're mandating masks in all indoor facilities again. I will not be able to wear a mask in labor. I cannot do gas in labor. The gas mask, I blatantly outright said, no, I'm not using that because it causes a panic in me while I'm in labor to have something over my face. I'm frustrated, I'm scared, I am all the things. I have been crying off and on all weekend since the news came in. I've just been incredibly sad. I think it's just everything that's been going on. I'm sad. As for third trimester symptoms that have been hitting home this last week, I have been finding my belly in the way a lot. I'm trying to bend over and stuff. I can't. Oh my goodness. I bend down to help my son with something, and I'm like huffing and puffing, and I can't get back up, and I stand back up again, and my face is all red and whatnot because my belly's in the way, and I'm like pushing against the belly to bend down. I have to sit with my legs parted in order for me to be able to sit, in order to make way for the belly. I've been getting gas in the evenings. Thankfully, I'm home all the time. So while I know some one of you was asking about embarrassing symptoms, and I don't remember your name. I'm sorry. But yeah, the most embarrassing symptoms that I've had have been that just this last week and a half or so, I've been getting gas in the evenings. But it's because I'm home all the time, it's not that embarrassing. I just I fart and the kids think it's funny, so it's all good. Yeah, and I don't get out much. The last couple weeks when the mandates were gone, we were doing things more, and I was beginning to feel like, yay, I can get out. And now it's done. I can't do that again. I'm finding like my sense of smell is still pretty high. So I think I smell funny, and nobody else around me seems to notice, but I think I smell funny. My clothes, I have like my sweatpants. I don't know if it's because the fabric likes to soak in the laundry soap or something, but after I wash them and dry them and then I get them, they have a weird smell to them. I don't like it. And then when I wear them, because your body is warm and you generate heat, then I'm smelling this weird smell. No one else seems to notice. No one else thinks it's a problem, but I do. I asked my husband, he works in a barn all day, so I don't know if he's the best person to ask about weird smells, but who else am I going to ask? My kids, they're like, well, whatever, and they just go on to things. So I feel, yeah, it's just as weird smells. And then we go to town, and I'm like, let's do something about, I don't know, let's put on some perfume or something. I don't know. And perfumes, I react to perfumes. So this is just really frustrating. And then going to the chiropractor, you have to take off your shoes. Tried to get the shoes back on. I had an appointment on, was it Monday or Tuesday this last week with the chiropractor? And I took off my shoes, and then I had to put my shoes back on, and I had a chair. I was sitting in the chair to put the shoes on. I couldn't get the shoes on. My belly's in the way, like trying to maneuver. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's weird. It's, yeah. But other than that, things are good. Pregnancy is mostly good. My emotions are frazzled. I'm frazzled. Yeah, this week has just been very emotionally and mentally exhausting. I have not done much in terms of any of my projects because it's been raining, so all my projects I want to work on are outside. My baby's moving right now. I wonder if I'd be able to get you to see that. Nope, baby stopped. So this is my belly. Sticking out quite far. This shirt isn't even fitting me properly anymore. This maternity shirt. Sorry about that. I bought that shirt when I was pregnant with my fourth, and I have gotten larger since my fourth. My pants aren't fitting anymore. I could hardly get them on this morning. They're my maternity pants. I've worn them so much. I'm gaining so much weight. I haven't weighed myself. I'm scared to weigh myself. I have not weighed myself. But I'm gaining so much weight. I can see it in my face. I can see it in my chin, my arms, my fingers. I cried because this morning I couldn't put my ring on. I have all my babies. I had 6 babies, and I've been able to wear my ring all the way up to the end, except for my last one. I had some swelling right near the last couple of months with my last one, and I couldn't get my ring on this morning. And I had the ring yesterday. I had it on, and I actually had to put soap on my finger to get it off in the evening. So yeah, I mean, it isn't helping that all I want to do is eat junk food, and it's not good for me. I'm still getting my smoothies. I'm not getting my Brewer's Diet in though, guys. I need to really buckle down on that again. I'm gaining everywhere. Like I don't like it, but there's not a lot I can do about it right now. The only thing I can really do is say, okay, stop eating the junk food, only eat the healthy things. And then I go crazy because I'm depressed because of all these stupid things that are going on right now. I'm depressed. I want to eat the junk food. I want to cry in my room all day long. I want to be alone. I don't want to be touched. I don't want my kids near me for at least a short period of time. My son is doing meltdowns whenever we go out in public. It is infuriating. And I mean on the ground, kicking, not screaming. He's a quiet meltdowner. He likes to lie on the ground and just kick everybody. Just because he goes on the floor kicking, it doesn't mean he's going to get what he wants. He does the same thing at supper every night, pretty much every night. Oh, I don't like that. I don't want to eat that. I don't want that. And then I'm sitting there going, well, you're going to eat it anyways. I have food on your plate. You eat absolutely everything on your plate, and then you can have more of whatever it is that you want. And he just sits there. Nope, he's not going to eat. And he cries, and he throws a fuss, and he's on the floor, and whatever. And it's like, well, whatever. You're still going to eat everything on the plate. And if you don't get dessert. You have to consume everything on your plate, which is not much. We really do not give him much, you guys. It's such a little bit. It's just a fight. He has to fight us every single time. And then by the time everybody else is done eating, if we're clearing the table and he hasn't finished his food yet, dessert is done. He's not getting dessert. Then the rule is now you have to eat your food before everybody else has everything cleared off the table and we're bringing out dessert, because we don't actually have dessert every night. We have it a couple of times, right? Or you get none. And then he'll quickly try and shovel the food down his throat after everybody has left the table and cleanup has ensued and everything else. It's like, no, I'm sorry, too late. And I'm tired, you guys. I'm tired of being the enforcer all the time. It's exhausting. So I don't know if my parenting has just gone downhill or what. I feel like it. I feel like I'm just... And I'm talking on about all sorts of random stuff that has nothing to do with my pregnancy, and I'm going to have to cut everything out because I'm not making a 30-minute long video. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a very blessed week.